morning. My name is Sharnell Blevins, and I'm a mother of 6 children, including one recent LAUSD graduate and 2 who currently attend Hamilton High School. I'm here on behalf of Speak Up to address the tentative distance agreement made between LAUSD and UTLA. This board did not hold a public meeting to discuss fall instruction, but a done deal was given to us yesterday on distant learning that left parents out of the process and completely in the dark. Parents should not have to be shouting from outside the room when it comes to educating our students. Distance learning relies on parents to succeed while our kids are learning from home in our living rooms. Parents should be at the decision-making table. While we are happy that this agreement creates more consistent bell schedules and sets stronger standards for live online instruction this fall, it is not enough to address the learning loss this spring suffered by secondary students like mine. Most secondary parents wanted at least 3 hours of live online learning, and this agreement doesn't get us there. This deal also calls for creating a distance learning working group of LAUSD staff and UTLA members. But where are the parents? Why are we excluded? We wonder why live lessons won't automatically be recorded so students can review the work, especially if they have Wi-Fi issues. There are 8 people in my house using Wi-Fi daily, and the systems can easily crash during a class session. We're also thrilled to see LAUSD step up to provide childcare for kids of staff, but working parents who are not your employees also face enormous challenges with childcare and lost work during distance learning. Parents matter too. We need support, and so far we have not seen any solutions. Parents need to be brought to the table, and our needs must be considered.
My name is Lisa Mosko. I'm the mother of 2 kids with special needs, and I'm speaking today as the Director of Advocacy for Special Education and Educational Rights at Speak Up. The new agreement the district has struck with UTLA has made me so hopeful. It prioritizes virtual synchronous instruction as a method of delivery, or as a delivery model for many therapists, and explicitly states that the IEP team needs to work together with families to find ways to deliver services that are not easily provided over video conferencing technology. Thank you to everyone involved for hearing the voices of parents. However, we saw in the survey that Speak Up issued that many families experienced a big disconnect between the Division of Special Ed's directives and what their kids were actually experiencing on the ground. It created terrible confusion, put the district at great risk for major lawsuits, and worst of all, it left students with disabilities in the dust. Interesting fact, the California Teacher Commission does not require special educators to learn about IDEA during their certification process. General educators are not required to take any coursework at all around how to teach kids with special needs. Yet it's expected that they work in full compliance with IDEA. This creates an impossible situation for everyone and explains in part why many students with disabilities are not reliably delivered FAPE. My question to you is, what will the district do to fill this knowledge gap and offer the support teachers and admin need to come through for students with disabilities? Please keep listening to parents. I urge the district to reach out and directly survey parents on a quarterly basis. Ask them how it's going. Ask them detailed questions around instruction, special ed, EL. Email them, text them, and snail mail them surveys and offer them a chance to voice their praise or their frustrations. Take that information and analyze it to determine the best way to move forward. I promise you, it will engender more trust, less conflict, and improve outcomes for all students in LAUSD.
My name is Mayra Zamora. I am the mother of Jonathan and Christopher Fratz, 2 students with IEPs that attend LAUSD schools in District 7. I am also a member of Speak Up Special Education Task Force. Speak Up recently conducted a survey of parents of special education students. The survey found that less than 50% of students with IEPs received full services during school closures last spring, and over 60% received services in a format that did not align with established or accepted practices for the intended therapy. I witnessed this firsthand with my youngest son, Christopher. He's an autistic middle school student who suffers from depression and anxiety, which leads to self-injurious behaviors. As such, it was decided as last IEP meeting to change his counseling service from being provided by the school psychologist to Eric's, educationally related intensive counseling services that will be provided by a district psychiatric social worker. This was decided a few weeks before schools closed due to the pandemic. My son met the psychiatric social worker once before schools closed. Since that time, my son has not received the service. I received a call from the social worker a month into the school closure to inquire about my son. When I asked why she was not speaking to him directly, she said that she had been informed by the district department of mental health that she was not allowed to speak with him. This was clearly in disagreement with the guidance that was issued by the Division of Special Education back in March, where no such prohibition of direct communication was established. I am respectfully urging all of you to ensure that students with disabilities receive all of their mandated services via distance learning this fall, and that the services be made available in a way that is appropriate for the intended therapy.
Good morning. My name is Mia Marano, and I'm a member of Speak Up Special Education Task Force and a mother of a soon-to-be fourth grader on the autism spectrum who attends Saturn Street Elementary in BD1. My son has an IEP that mandates speech, OT, and a variety of other related services. As with many other parents in LAUSD, my son's speech therapist would only email me worksheets to go over with him instead of offering therapy sessions with him. When I pushed and advocated for live synchronous therapy, the speech pathologist claimed that she couldn't provide synchronous virtual services because her supervisor wouldn't allow her to do so. It is this that I want to focus on. How is it that a local district supervisor was not allowing a related service provider to provide services, while the Division of Special Education made publicly known and it's crystal clear that services should continue to be delivered? This speech pathologist, backed by her department, supervisor, and the LRE for the school, used the very loosest interpretation of the district mandate to justify the least amount of intervention for my son, even though I had told her that he was regressing. The district actively flouted its legal obligations under IDEA law, and per her words, that was a, quote, choice, unquote. While I am grateful that the recently announced MOU between the district and UTLA prioritize live synchronous services for speech, I'm still rattled by the fact that the local district admin and my provider didn't seem to have any basic knowledge of free and appropriate public education and their responsibility to IDEA. What measures will the district take to offer providers and admin such as these information around IDEA? Without this basic knowledge, our kids have been and will continue to be consistently failed. And what will the district do to ensure accountability and oversight of local district admin so that they actually deliver on FAPE? I would encourage LAUSD to proactively survey parents quarterly this year to make sure that students with disabilities are not left in the dust yet again. Thank you so much for listening to us as you drafted this MOU, and please continue to do so. Parents are the only adults in the room whose only priority is our kids, and listening to us is truly crucial to our kids' success.
My name is Adriana Ruiz. I am the mother of 5 LAUSD students, which attend ELC in District 5. My concern is that due to the unequitable distant learning in the spring, I request that there's more conversations with parents. I know that UTLA and the district meet. I believe that parents' input should be taken into consideration as we know what's best for our kids. I am the mother of an EL student. I think that they should have more surveys out there to see what we need for our children to reclassify.